last few weeks, trying different things. Just want to stir things up, stir the energy up, and also go along with the energy that I'm feeling and that the transition and shift for me that's happening. So thought I'd start with a quick astro reading just to get a feel for where the energy is at on a collective scale, and then jump straight into the Thoth deck. Now, I do not read the Thoth deck for people very often. When I need to get to the deeper root of an issue or situation, I will consult the Thoth deck. I don't normally do it for others because I'm an intuitive, so I like to do things automatically. But that's the Thoth deck that I will be using tonight. Aleister Crowley's legendary deck, to be precise. It's it's a very interesting tiny little deck. I'm 5'3" and it fits in the palm of my hand, so that's an indication of just how little this deck is. But we're going to get her out and have a little stir up of the spirit and stuff like that. The energy for me has shifted from being very aggressive and very for a couple of months now, and today I just had such a clarity come over me overnight, and I meditated on my higher self and just okay, I need some direction here. I need some help. What's going on? Where do I take myself next? And I woke up this morning in a completely different frame of mind. I put music on when I was traveling to my Muggles job, and it's I was bopping along to enjoying my time. One of my team members came back from leave today. Well, she came back yesterday, but I saw her in the office today, and it was just really cool. And I feel like things are progressing, and it feels like those shackles that were holding me back are actually let go now. They're a lot looser, and I feel like I'm moving forward. And I'm so results driven that when I don't feel like I'm getting results from myself or from my life, or I'm kicking those goals and those KPIs that I've built for myself, feel like I'm not getting anywhere. It can be quite frustrating for me. So I, for one, am very, very pleased that the universe is shifting and our energy is shifting and everything's starting to calm down a little bit. So hi guys, thank you all for coming along. Denmark, wow. Hello. So we'll start with the collective reading first, like I said, because we're keeping with the astro theme just a little bit, and then we'll get straight into the Thoth deck. So let's go. Hold your comments just for a second, guys, so I don't miss you, because it is a flash reading, so they're super fast. Okay, so we're going to go for the house cards to find out what the influence is at the moment. Okay, so where we're going to feel it the most is what we want. Thank you, universe. Thank you. We're going to feel it in our careers. Holy shitballs. 10th house. Okay, our achievements, our careers, our life, our job, those sorts of things, right up that top of that 10th house where our midheavens are. And that really is about how the outside world is starting to perceive us and how we feel that we're fitting into the outside world as far as our careers are concerned. Okay, we want to have a little look at seeing how that energy is going to manifest for us. Again for the universe, thank you. Okay, it's going to start manifesting us in a Libra fashion. Okay, so that means our relationships and how we interact with people. Now, bearing in mind the 10th house is the house of career, then we're starting to look at Libra energy around that. So what that means for all of us is that our relationships with those that we work with, that we integrate or interact with rather on a daily basis, is starting to shift. Okay, now Libra can have a passive aggressive energy as a stereotypical Libran. Okay, so that's not all Libras, or if you have Libra in your chart, that doesn't make you passive aggressive automatically. It is a stereotypical trait, and it's not that they're passive aggressive. It's more along the lines that as they gather more information, they like to be able to change their mind, because they like to take in all of the variables. Okay, so and they can seem passive aggressive because they might be trying to fix all the situations or resolve all the situation, and it looked like that they could be playing people off against one another. But as they gather their intelligence and gather their intel on things, and they start to change their mind, and they're able to do that. So that's what's happening in a career area for everybody at the moment, and it's sure as shit happening to me. Oh my goodness, that was very, very interesting. Okay, and we're doing society again. Thank you, Chiron. Okay, and this is a Chiron, a planet of wounds and healing. So it's all about us healing through this process and addressing old wounds. Now, you will know that I'm dealing with someone who's very dishonest at the moment, and that is a huge trigger for me. So I'm hoping that this 10th house energy and Libra and the passive aggressiveness and that ability to be able to work on relationships in a working environment up in that 10th house, remember, and Chiron being that wounded healer and that fixing of the healing or resolving of the issues that we've been wounded by, which in my case is that lying, that constant lying. I can't deal with it. Chiron's able to stand there and help with remedying that situation. So I'm super pumped with that reading. Even if I'm the only person that gets something out of it, I would take it. Thank you. Because something has to give. Something really has to give. And if you've been on this little journey as well, in your own lives, then you can rest assured that some of your relationships at work or in your career path are going to start to shift. Jupiter did move from Sagittarius over into Capricorn, which is a planet of luck, and Capricorn obviously looking after the rulership of the 10th house, which is your house of career. So how it will transit for you, how will that look for you in your own chart will be very different for individual people, okay? But when we're talking about transits, we are talking about society transits, and in my case, the southern hemisphere. So if you're from the northern hemisphere, they'll be slightly different for you, obviously, because you're looking at a different sky. The aspects are different, okay? So it will manifest in a different way for you, but not too different. You'll still feel the effects of Jupiter moving into Capricorn because it's one of those really big outer planets. It takes freaking forever to go anywhere. So, they'll stay there for a number of years now, but I'm not even going to try to guess, but someone popping 20, 22, 23, and 22, 23, somewhere around there, they're popping in my head. So we're going to run with them because they very rarely get it wrong. And let's get into it, guys. So this is the Thoth deck. It is a tiny little deck. I'm 5'3" and it fits right in my hand. If you've just joined me, I'll show you what the book looks like in case you'd like to get your own. This cost me a small fortune, but I have had it for a number of years. I don't use it traditionally when I'm doing readings for others. If I get stuck on reading for myself, which I do, relatively all the time, you bastard, I'll show you what they did to me. Then I will pull this out and I'll say, right, I really need a definitive answer. What the fuck is going on? And can you please tell me right now what I need to do? And this morning I was thinking, obviously, about what to do and what my next step is and how I'm going to make all this happen in 2020, because I've got my diary filling up at a fast rate of knots. And they've just chucked the Fool at me, and the Fool is a giant leap of faith. Just go for it, okay? Leave all of your just take a risk. Giant leap of faith. The universe will catch you. And for them to chuck that at me, I just thought, yeah, whatever, cheeky, very, very cheeky. And and I've just split the deck, and underneath that is the universe. So the universe has got me. All right, now we can stop focusing on me, spirits, start focusing on everyone else. You'll see the camera flicking. They're actually about already in playing. So we'll get into it because they'll get shoppy with me, start throwing shit off the walls as they normally do. All right, everybody's here. Thank you very much for coming along. It's lovely to see you. I am wearing my pajamas. I'm wearing my pajamas because I'm sure it is 35 degrees in an inferno at the moment, and it's very hard to breathe. So I'm feeling very sticky. And the more I channel, the hotter I get. Okay, Tazzie's here, and Janelle, my little darling. Tracy Colson, hello. Tina from Denmark, hello. Okay, everybody's here. Some faces I haven't seen for a long time, and some I see all the time. Very, very, very grateful that you're here. All right, let's stop mucking around. Tanya Dixon, 10:30 there. It's 8:30 here, my love. 2 hours in front, you poor bugger. Okay, Christina Elphinstone Mills. Let's have a look. What have we got for you first? Lust. Okay. the lust card has come up. So you're falling back into a passionate situation. Now, because we know that the 10th house is going to be there, it's about you making sure that you're making the right decisions moving forward as far as your work is concerned. Make sure that you're following a job that is your passion, okay? And if it's not knocking you for six with being excited and really wanting to get in there and do your job every single day, then start looking for other ways to bring that passion back into that particular job or that industry, or move to something different, okay? 2020 is a good year for you to start thinking about how you want to do things. 5, 6, 6. Okay, within 6 months, your life is going to change in a certain manner, and it's going to bring you a lot of sense of pride. Now, where I get that pride from is that lion, okay? And see how she looks like she's underneath like a skin or underneath something, and she's pushing a seed up. Something's going to bring bring life into your life, okay? Creation of new things. It's really kind of a cool card. I know they're very small, hard to see, and then I have to break my glasses out to see it myself, but I really like it. I like the card because it's a very powerful card for you to have. There's some faces hidden down here as well. A lot of things changing that you haven't seen yet, okay? They're not showing me what those things are, which is good, because it's a nice surprise for you as you come along. And also you'll challenge yourself with that Leo energy coming out. So a nice lusty time for you. Make sure that you're in total love of what you're doing, okay? Okay. So we've got, it's scrolling at a fast rate of knots. Kylie Kelly. Hello, hon. Yes, you can, my love. Okay. The time of adjustments coming in for you, okay? Now, the interesting thing is the time of adjustments coming in, so is the stability card, and things are going to happen super fast. You've got the Swift card as well, which is quite interesting, okay? So you've got an adjustment card, time to think about what you want, adjusting into a new way of doing things. So you've got 10, 11, 12, 13. That's very interesting. And then you've got the Queen of Wands, which is the energy that you're going to, that powerful energy, and where you want to be really confident in what you're doing and how you're doing it. And things are going to happen lightning fast. It's kind of like you're waiting for the decision to be made. Once you make that decision, everything will fall into place for you, okay? It's just making that decision. So that was for Kylie Kelly. Sandra Hale. Hello, hello, hello. Sandra Hale, we're doing nice one. Okay, so this is all about disc victory. Is it a hollow victory? Okay, whatever it is that you're going into, this is for Sandra Hale. Whatever it is that you're going into, Sandra, it may feel like a bit of a hollow victory at first, okay? Give it some time to manifest. Give it some time to come out in the open a little bit more and to mature and grow a little bit, and then you'll start to reap the benefits of what that is, and there's an abundance behind it, okay? So it is going to pay dividends for you. So whatever it is, that decision, and it's actually in a Mercury stage as well. It's got a little Mercury symbol up there. It is a tiny Mercury symbol, so you'll have to trust me, but it's up there. So it's about how you talk and how you put your point across at the moment. So it seems like you haven't won the battle. You won the battle, but you haven't won the war. That sort of thing is the impression that I'm getting from this card, okay? So don't worry so much about that. Look at the long-term benefits of what's going to happen for you, and that's an abundance. And you're able to get that abundance by talking and keeping those communications flowing quite easily, okay? Good for you. Good stuff. Yvonne, the energies have changed this week, haven't they? It's very interesting. It's like, boom. I'm like, okay, I'm in. You don't have to ask me twice. Okay. The card would be great. We've got Regina. Hi, Robin. Lovely to see you. Thank you for coming along. Regina, the Tower card for you. I mean, things are going to happen lightning fast. We've got a 9, we've got a 10, we've got a new beginning. Things are going to wash out from underneath your feet. So all that shit that you don't want in your life, my love, get rid of it, Regina, because you will make way for new things that are coming into your life. The Magus is here, which is all about magical happenings, okay? So you've got some really cool stuff coming into your life, but you've got to get rid of the shit first, okay? So anything that doesn't make your heart sing, Get rid of it, my love, because you need that space for good things that are coming in, the magical things that are coming into your life. Nice one, Regina. Janelle Page. Janelle, that unhappy feeling that you've got, that sense of not sure, that's going to leave, okay? And it is going to leave. It's going to leave at a fast rate of knots. My goodness. And when it does, it'll be gone, just like mine was overnight, okay? You've gone from to in an instant. Let go of whatever it is that comes up to surface, okay? Any self-doubt about anything that's going on in your life, chuck it out the window, Janelle, and grab that life by the balls again and go for it. Because when you can get out of this little tiny slump that you're in at the moment, things will look a lot better for you, okay? You are moving at a fast rate of knots, but sometimes the physical body needs to catch up with the spiritual body, okay? So, well, the spiritual body feels like it's not progressing, but it's actually waiting for our emotional IQ and our intelligence, the way we interact with spirit to catch up, okay? So just don't be mean to yourself. Just relax. Everything will be all right. Things will start moving pretty quickly, just on the other side of Christmas, okay? That doesn't mean you're going to be in that little bit of a yucky slump or that just not 100% slump, okay? It just means that things are just going to calm down until you gather some momentum, and then you'll propel forward at a fast rate of knots, okay? Look at that. Shoulders support us. Shoulders support our ability to hang on to things. Okay, so you're digesting some stuff from the past that's popped up in your mind, whether it's in your subconscious or whether it's in your front of your mind, probably in front of your mind, considering where I'm scratching. You let go of that, and when you do that, when things will start to settle down again. Okay. All right. Let's go. Denise Wilkinson. Denise has got some abundance coming in. She's got some abundance coming in a really interesting way, and that's through science. Science. What the bloody devil did that mean? Geometry, frequency, ripples in ponds. Okay, it's for you. It'll be about making everything line up in your life. Okay, so when things just start, you've got 2 Mercuries. That's really interesting. And you've got a Libra placement here as well, which is really nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Cutting through confusion. Okay, this is asking you to use your logical mind when you're approaching things of a metaphysics or an occult, and the way you're usually we say use your spirit mind, but we're actually asking you in this process to use your logical mind to get to the answers that you need. That will make more sense for you. Science will have more sense for you. So if you're studying spiritualism at the moment in any way, shape or form, perhaps look at astrology, numerology. Somebody's in my house. Numerology, astrology, those sorts of scientifically backed up. Good astrology is mathematics, okay? So those sorts of situations will be able to help you apply that logic brain to where you want to go with your spiritualism, okay? And that will propel you along. Don't be surprised if you actually are able to turn your spiritual life into a income at some point in the future, okay? Very nice. Nice. Okay. You're going very, very fast. You're going very fast. John Williams. All right, we've got John Williams. Let's have a look at what John's got coming in. Now, he's actually got 3. That's very interesting, John. So you've got a few things on the go at the moment. You're just not really sure which way to go. They're all related to your work. They're all related to how you feel about your work. So if you're thinking about changing your job, changing the way you look at things, like this is works. This is 8 of Cups. And this is forging forward, victory, okay? So what that means is if you're not head over heels in love with your job and it's not giving you what you need to do, let go of something, find a different way of doing what you do for a living. Make sure that you're getting emotional satisfaction out of it, because you really want to be able to have a victory in your career path, whatever you choose next, or how things are changing at work to be able to get you to feel like you're making a difference from a night point of view, okay? And understanding where you want to take that that role or that next step that you want to do. There are some new beginnings coming in for you. I'll let you know that straight off the bat, John, but I think you already suspect that you want to make some changes, okay? Now is definitely the time to do that. Wait for the other side of Christmas, apparently, which is just general stuff. You don't need to be a psychic to know that, but wait for the other side of Christmas because there's a better opportunity in the running for you, okay? Hang on to what you've got until that one comes along, all right? They're telling me to let you know that. Okay, that was very quick. Okay, I've got to see if I can keep up because I can't scroll backwards. Minty Lou, what bloody name. I love that name. I'd appreciate a reading. You can have one, but just for having a coolest name I've ever come across. Minty Lou. Right, Minty Lou, let me have a little look at you. Minty Lou, I have a look at you. God, that was dicky, wasn't it? Oh my goodness. Minty. Magical stuff is starting to happen in your life. You're taking back your strength and you're taking back your valor and you're really putting your roots down and deciding what it is that you want to do. You can compromise in a situation that you've got coming up and you're in the middle of right now. If you do compromise, make sure that the compromise is actually a compromise and it's not you being taken for a fool. The magic will start happening in your life when you're actually able to put some boundaries in place. Now, I preach on about boundaries all the time because the magic happens when we put boundaries out there. I'm telling you, trust me on this. You've got some beautiful, nice possibilities coming up in the next 3 or 4 months. Try not to worry about too much stuff. You tend to worry too much. You'll get frown lines, and you're too cute for frown lines, okay? So give that away. Don't, what's the word I'm looking for? Don't lessen your grip on your boundaries and your virtues, okay? Make sure that you stick to that. Make sure you've got your ground rules for yourself and make sure that the other people know what your ground rules are for engagement. Okay, and that's when magic starts to happen for you. This is all about you and learning about yourself at the moment. Okay, that's a very nice card. You got the Sun card. That's very cool. Very cool card. It's all about you being in your masculine self, being heard, being recognized, okay? Not being a blokey bloke. Masculine self is all the doing, okay? The feminine self is the feel. Right. Okay. Now you guys are going super fast, like it's just going boom, 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 boom. So I'm not sure how many of you are watching, but there feels like about 400 of you considering how fast it's going. Okay. Denise Wilkinson, my spirit team is amazing. They're pretty cool, aren't they? I just get to plug the messages in. Okay, Jessica Usherwood, I would love a message, please. Jessica Underwood. Oh, that card trying to stab me in the hand. What's that all about? The High Priestess. Nice one. Okay, how this applies to you is you coming into your own and taking back your power and really feeling quite strong about how you want things to happen. It's one of the highest transformational cards, in my opinion, for the Thoth deck that you can get, or for most decks, really. But what this means is you're starting to work out who it is that you are, and you're starting to release all the bullshit that's holding you back. Anything that could be holding you back, could be labels, could be environmental, could be the way you grew up, could be your relationships or relationships that you've had in the past that you're still hanging on to. Now's the time to balance all that out, get rid of the shit that you don't want because you're really coming into your own. And the best way to do that is by honoring your emotional self, okay? This is all about emotions for you and understanding that vulnerability is a beautiful thing. It took me a very long time to get vulnerability, okay? I'm getting to be a fan, but it's a work in progress, let me tell you. It's scary being vulnerable. So this has got 2 very distinct moons, okay? And it's about you being able to understand where your emotions are coming from and how they can work in your favor and how to be intelligent. If you're not sure what I mean by intelligent emotions, have a look at Buddhism. You don't need to study the whole thing, but just look up what Buddhists believe about intelligent emotions, okay? It's a really cool concept. I'm not Buddhist, I'm pagan, but it's a really, I love the way they describe intelligent emotions, and I think that you'll get something out of that as well. Okay, we've got, let's try to make it a little bit slower. Gloria Kilbride. Don't want me to shuffle again for you. You're not done yet. Okay, hold on. Gloria Kilbride. You've got art. That's very interesting. Well, I like this one. I like it in particular because it's going to happen as Sagittarius. And we've just come into Sagittarius. We are Sagittarius country right now. So it's just about you bringing some beauty back into your life and balancing a few things out, okay? I really like this card because it's all about you. It's got Latin on it, and basically it means in Latin that if you want to rectify some things in your life, you need to bring some beauty back into it and see the opposite ends. Okay, so art is all about perception. It's all about how you see things. So do you see the dragon, or do you see the phoenix? So this is what it's all about, the lion and the phoenix. Okay, so it's about perception for you and how you're going to get around that. And it really is about rectifying how you view things, and that will be the thing that changes your fortune. That's very nice. Okay, so for you, it's a mindset thing at the moment. So keep working on those mindsets. I know that you're doing work around self-talk. Good on you. That's very cool because you have shifted your mindset, especially in the last, for I'm going to say 16 weeks. Am I lying about that? No. 16 weeks in particular has been very challenging for you, and you're thinking about how you're talking to yourself, which is brilliant. Okay, and that's how you're going to change things around and change things for the better come 2020. 2021 will be a really good year for you as well, because you're still laying the framework, like you're in recovery from something. So go you. Very cool. Okay, I think Rani Moodley, right, she's high-fiving me. Rani, you just got that one. Oh, I like that card. Master of your domain. This is a spiritual journey for you, okay? You're looking back on a few things. You're looking back on life's lessons, and you're thinking, what do I need to take with me? Do I have that smart that I need? Did I learn all the lessons that I needed to move forward? And absolutely you have. You're very much in control of where you want to be and how you want to do that. And also it's a financial control over a mindset thing as well. So the financial control over mindset is what I mean is you're changing the way you look at money and how money works with you, as opposed to always feeling in a poverty state of mind, okay, or worrying about money. There is a pull towards the dark arts here for you. Go you. I love the dark arts. They're very, very interesting, but I do have a very healthy respect for them, as you do too. And that pull towards the dark arts is you really being able to harness some beautiful frequency shifts and energy, okay? A really cool card for you to have, and I like it because it's exactly where you're going in your life, and it's really, really nice. It's nice to see that growth in someone so quickly. Good on you. Nice work. Nice work, Rani. Okay. Georgina, thank you very much. I just got your comment just as it comes off screen. I need to work out how to slow this thing down. I need to speed read one or the other. Okay, Jojo Karate. I've seen your name a couple of times, so let's just go for Jojo. Okay. You're learning about boundaries at the moment as well. Look, you're heading in for a little bit of disappointment. And I think the disappointment is because you're going to have to call a truce with someone, okay? And that's okay because it is short-term discomfort for very much a long-term gain. And the long-term gain is who you come out at the other end. And you're certainly not going to suffer fools anymore. The little bit of disappointment that's coming in, you go from the Queen of Wands to the Queen of Swords. So you're really getting into your power. You're going higher up the ladder. I'll just show you what I mean. The Queen of Wands is on the ground, okay? And then you've got where you're going to after this little bit of, calling it a truce, a little bit of disappointment. You're going to the Queen of Swords, and she's up in the sky. She's like gone off, okay? So don't worry so much about the little bit of disappointment because it is a growing stage for you, and you'll come out the other side in a much, much stronger, empowered place, okay? So, yeah, don't focus on the disappointment. Focus on the cool lesson and the effect of what's going to happen and what you're going to bring into your life. It's nice, yeah, a life of luxury. Woo, life of luxury. It's nice having your cups fill up. A lot of stability in that as well. A lot of stability coming in for you. So a little bit of shitty stuff you need to work through, my darling, but everybody knows that when you throw shit you grow really nice roses. So hang in there, it's coming for you. I've got someone here with a really strong aftershave on that came in before. I suspect I know who you are. We just have to wait for him to bugger off because his smell is annoying me. All right. Okay. Chelsea Marie Munro. Chelsea Marie Munro. Black hearts. Nice one. Thank you. Love the black hearts. And green hearts too. Oh, you've got a little split automatically. I love it when they split automatically for you. You have to take a giant leap forward. Back yourself. If you're a little bit unsure in your love relationship at the moment, okay, try not to worry too much. Everything will start to unfold in the right way that it's supposed to. A little bit of uncertainty and unsureness going on for you at the moment. Let go of that, okay? Replace it with love. Even if you have to replace it with stuff like, I really love going through these lessons because I learned so much about my character. And you can be quite sarcastic with your tone doing that, provided that you're growing from it and you're acknowledging the changes that are coming in for you. Take a giant leap forward. Try not to let the past hurts and disappointments and worry pull you back into that place, okay? Because that's a control. Your subconscious is saying alert, 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 and you're going, oh shit, I'm going to back off now because I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to go through this process again. Take a giant leap forward, okay? Not everything's going to end up the way it did before, okay? Sometimes things are really, really cool. And I've just got the death card, which is beautiful, which means anything that didn't serve you in the past is now dying away. And that's exactly what you want when the reading comes up like this, where it's reminding you to let go of the past, whatever the past looked like for you, okay? You can do that in stages. You don't have to do it all in one go. Cord cutting is not going to work for you, okay, because you've got some ancestral baggage that comes through with it as well. If you need a little bit of work or some help around ancestral baggage, you can book a private reading with me or jump on YouTube and have a look there about cutting cords for ancestral baggage, okay? Ancestral baggage, all the bullshit that your family brought through and dumped on you in your DNA, but you can get rid of it. It's really quite simple. All right. Okay, Anna Freeman. Let's have a little look at Anna Freeman. Anna Freeman. You've got new beginnings coming in. It's a new way of looking at your old way of creating a living. Things are going to happen lightning fast, very swift. You've got the tower and the swift, okay? Which means that things are just going to happen. They're going to implode. And when they do implode, you're actually going to love it because you like that sort of moving forward stuff and you don't like being stagnant. Wet the pipes. And when you don't like being stagnant, that's when you start getting a little bit like me. I get a bit, you need to keep moving forward. So you'll like the new challenge that's coming in for you as far as your work is concerned. If your current work is not making you happy, my darling, and you're powerless in changing that situation, you just have people around you that are just not receptive to trying something new or doing something different, then perhaps the time is now for you to move along to somebody who will appreciate what you bring to the table and will allow you to have recognition and reward for what you do, okay, and how you do it. Most importantly, it's a completion phase, so you are going to move along, okay. Do it carefully, okay. I would never recommend anybody quit their job and then, unless there was something seriously wrong, but I would never recommend anyone quit their job and then go look for something else, because that's just a burden. That's just Spirit has always got us to trust us, and we trust them, of course, but this is not a spirit world. This is an earth world, and it's very materialistic and it's very money driven, unfortunately. So make sure you've got something that you can go to and everything signed, sealed and delivered before you leave your current work. But there is a completion card here, so that is happening for you. Amy Rose, hello, my little darling. Right. I've got everybody that I could find. Marie Eve, I have not done you yet. Hold on 1 second. Marie Eve Janet. The universe is in the palm of your hands. You've got some things to let go of that have been really making your emotions just flat. whatever that is, whatever that oppression is that's bringing, no, I said oppression, okay, so sucking down, and that feeling of just, I actually feel fatigue. Fatigue, that feeling of fatigue, Marie. So whatever that, Eve, I beg your pardon, whatever that is, that's going to start lifting, that's going to start dying away. There's actually a scorpionic energy here, okay, which is interesting way of doing it. But you've also got some Chiron. So Scorpio looks after the 8th house traditionally, okay, and that's all about this change and transformation and things like that. So you're going through that. When you come out the other side, that's when your Chiron starts taking over. So that's your planets of wounds and healing, okay? And when that starts happening, that's when you start letting go of things, and that's when the universe really takes you on a beautiful journey to be able to leave some of those past hurts behind, which is exactly what you want to do, because they've rented enough space in your head for long enough. That's when your fortune start changes as well, because you start not believing some of the things that people may have led you to believe previously, and you start believing all the beautiful things about yourself that you should have been doing all along. But it's very hard to do that when you've got people that are not your fans. And there's a bit of sorrow around that as well, but you can let go of that, and I absolutely trust 100% that you will find some major inner strength with that, and you'll have some new beginnings and find peace. And why I say that is because there's your sorrow card, that's going away, and that's your strength card, and that's gaining momentum. And then you've got your Ace of Cups, which is new beginnings and new ways of sorting out your emotions in particular and filling your cup up, a case of beginnings, new beginnings of things. And then you've got the Peace card. And that's what happens when you do the work. You bring that peace into your life by yourself. You just have to do the work. I know, I'll wash my mouth out for you. I'm sorry about that. But it's worth it. It absolutely is worth it. I am living proof that going through lots of shit and coming out the other side is character building. It'd be very, very cool. Okay, then we've got Magdalena Vega. Magdalena. What a beautiful name. That's very nice, isn't it? Got this Magdalena. 4 syllables. Old school. Old soul. Old world. Nice one. Magdalena, you're a witch, and you're a witch in Scotland, my darling. I can see you very, very clearly underneath your cloak. Nice work. You brought all of it. Don't you dare make me say that. You brought apothecary. They're bastards. Spirits are mean. Apothecary. Okay, that's what you brought with you through this lifetime. So I want you to have a little look at that, Magdalena, and see how that looks for you, okay? Apothecary. 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 Sounds like I'm in a spelling bee, doesn't it? And that's when you really come alive, okay? So you mix your potions and your lotions and your oils and all that sort of essential stuff, okay? And that's where you have some real fun with what's going on. Some real fun. You're a high priestess in a former life, okay, and that's probably the one I'm picking up on, and you need to bring all those skills. When I say you need, that's me being a bossy mole. You can actually do whatever the hell you like, but if you want to capitalize on some beautiful gifts that you brought with you through this lifetime, you can start doing all of the essential oils and the lotions and the potions and all that sort of stuff as well. Very nice work, Magdalena. Merry meet. Okay, Tracy Colson. Tracy Colson. That's split right down the guts for you. So you're a left or a right person, aren't you? Princess of Cups. Oh, I like this. This is very, very cool. So this relates straight back to Atlantean stuff. So what I would recommend that you do is, if you're feeling like you're not being able to relax or calm yourself down or find a little bit of peace in your life, head to the ocean. Stand in about this much water, allow the small waves to wash over your feet. That'll reset your ions, reset the magnets in your body, reset all your cogs, okay? Your cogs, let me have a look at the cog. Where she's at, please. Okay, you've got some soul healing to do, and that's in your soul star cog chart. Your cogs are your chakras, if you haven't seen me before. So soul healing is what's in line for you, and that's why the Atlantean thing has come up, and Princess of Cups, and mastery over your emotions and learning how to do that, okay? So mastery of your emotions is not necessarily saying that you're an emotional piece of work at the moment. It just means that some things surface for you, and it's about recognizing what they are in an instant, being able to understand that, and the ocean will give you those answers because it resets you. It sort of makes you just relax and just get everything flowing in the direction that it needs to flow in. Okay, their spirit stirring me up, telling me to hurry up. They're so bossy. Okay, any messages? Me, Natalie Eats. Kick it to me. Okay, Natalie, you got it right on the end. Adjustment period. What's happening after the adjustment period? Inner child work is what's coming in for you. Okay, so you've got some adjustment to do. It'll start a new, sorry about that. You'll start a new chapter in your life when you start working with your inner child and releasing some of the things that are coming through. A bit of playfulness is coming back into your life after a period of not being able to feel like you can play. So I'm not really sure what that's all about, but there's also a tremendous pain behind my right eye, which is the future side, and the fact of not being clearly being able to see the future is what that's coming in. And now I'm scratching my right ear, so I'm not really sure about the future either. Let go of all of that. You're adjusting to a few different changes. You're feeling the shifts in the planetary aspects this year very, very strongly. Okay, so Mercury retrograde, the one we've just come through, that would have been an absolute ass for you. I'm really sorry, my love. You should have got in contact with me. I was having an ass of a time as well. We could have cried into our bottles of wine together. I nearly took up drinking, let me tell you. This is all about Libra energy as well, okay? So this is about adjustment periods in relationships and working out who we want to keep in our lives and who we don't want to keep in our lives. And it really is that very, very simple. When you do that, you'll set yourself up for a beautiful trine, which means that the trine is in support. So it's an astrology term, and it means that it will support the where it's coming in, okay, how that big triangle forms. And triangles are one of the strongest structures that you can find, and that will strongly support the growth of your inner child and how you're going to choose to release her. Okay, nice work. Okay, how am I going? I've got about 4 more minutes, guys. Now, I saw a lady. You're welcome. I know, Jess is laughing at me. Apothecary. They're bastards, aren't they, Jess? How many times have they done that to me? My spirit team, if you haven't been watching or you just tuned in and found me, my spirit team thinks that it's hilarious to make me say words that I can't hear properly. I have a hearing loss. I don't have an accent. Well, I have an accent, an Aussie accent, but I can't hear properly. And my spirit team thinks it's funny to set me up and make me say words that I just simply cannot hear the frequency or the tone of the consonants and the vowels. So they're bastards. But I love them and they love me. Right, let's have a look. Leonie Holland. You're welcome, everybody. No problem. My spirit team just wanted to play. Ooh, nice one. I've lost your name. I've lost that lady's name and I'm channeling, so I will not remember you. Leonie Holland, thank you. Things are happening lightning fast for you. They're bringing some magic into your life and swiftness. Are you guys all ganging up on me or what? You are all in collectively, okay? Every single person that's watching me right now is going to change for the better. Your life is going to flip in 2020. Most of it will happen around February when we've caught our breath and we let go of all the bullshit from Christmas and we understand that it's a new decade, it's a new year, it's a new beginning for a lot of people. It's also a 4. 4 is a very powerful number because it's very stable, okay? Tables are stable because they've got 4 legs. Structures are stable because they've got 4 legs. A lot of the big buildings and stuff have got the 4 prisms or 4 big poles out the front. You know, there's another word for it, but I can't think about it because I'm channeling and they don't know what I'm talking about. So, but you get the idea, okay? It's a very strong structure to have. And that's what's happening here. So it's all about 4. So next year will be a 4-year in numerology, and that's when we really start bloody whacking it out of the ballpark, okay? So just hang in there a little bit longer, and everything will be all right. February could be a pivotal moment for everybody, okay? It'll just light bulb moment. Okay. Namrata Markin, please can I have a card? You can, because you have a cool name too, Namrata. Namrata. Time for you to take some time out, okay? If you're spreading yourself, they're saying yeah. Okay. If you're saying yes too much, okay, and you're spreading yourself too thin, you're going to end up either full of resentment, full of anger, or you're just bloody tired all the time. And we can't have any of those things, okay? So now's the time for you to be a little bit selfish with your time, and what I call it is a hibernation sabbatical, because we hibernate and we learn about ourselves, okay? And that's where you need to be right now. So if you can do that, even if it's just for 10 minutes today, okay? Don't look at it like a meditation, because you're not listening to music, you're not tuning out, you're just going solely in your own space. Okay, so don't pick on yourself for having thoughts, or don't pick on yourself for stuff that pops in your head. Process it, acknowledge it. There's just a thought, move it along. Okay, a hibernation sabbatical. Don't listen to other people about what's going on for you in your life. Listen to yourself. All the things, all the answers to life's mysteries are within us. Okay, so that's what it's telling you to do right now. Take some time out. Have some hermit time. Okay, go in your cave. Try to resist the urge to be on social media just for a little while. Okay, I do it for weeks on end. It's freaking great, because I come out the other side totally recharged, and I can do this, and I love my life, and I'm able to have it, a lot of fuel in my tanks, in my reserve tanks too. They very rarely get touched, because I'm quite selfish with my hibernation sabbaticals. I say I'm hibernating, and everyone goes, okay, here she goes again. And that's how it should be for you, okay? It should be for everybody here. Okay. Right. I got Holly, I got Teresa Crossdale. There's a lot of issues going on there, and you're aware of those issues, Teresa. Look, she's trying, okay, but her idea of trying and your idea of trying are worlds apart. There's a lot of lacking of nurturing that she didn't get as a child. That doesn't excuse her adult behavior. I understand that, but it's there's lots going on for this particular person, and she's got to work through all of those things, and she's got to parent herself in some respect, so in order for her to parent the child. And that's a big ask for functioning parents, let alone people that have had the difficulties that this particular person has. Okay, cross your fingers, say your prayers every single day, whatever it is that makes you feel confident and comfortable, and what you wish for you will receive. Okay, so just keep wishing that, putting that out there. There's no harm that will come to this kid, okay, so you don't need to worry about that at all. Everybody's watching what's going on, but it's a big ask for this particular person, okay, and she's trying, but her level of trying is very different from yours and mine. Yeah, you know what I mean. Cool, nice work, thank you. Okay, I have got 2 minutes. I want to stop in 2 minutes time. Done, Leonie. Mikhail Southam, I've seen your name a couple of times. Let's go. Mikhail, that will do. Ten of Cups, completion phases. You've put in a lot of work this year, a lot of work, and it's going to pay dividends for you. I know that you're worrying about stuff, but you need to let that go, because you've got some really beautiful energy coming in, and it's coming in your emotional state and how you feel about things, okay? Oh, look at that. I just did a crown chakra movement. We're going to have a look at yours. Okay, this is all about balancing things in your life. So this is a base chakra, okay? So if you're not used to cogs, that's your base chakra down there. That's your base cog. Okay, I call them cogs because see how they have to move together, okay? They actually have to move. We're machines, and without our cogs, our machines don't work. So when our cogs are not running at an optimum, it means that our machines won't be running at an optimum. So yours is about balance, being able to balance your time together. You're getting a lot of dreams coming through at the moment, and that's your third eye and your higher self trying to talk to you. Listen to those dreams, write things. I know you're not going to be writing in a journal, I get that, but if you can write them down or have a way of memorizing them, perhaps you're more of a phone person and you can use your video recording or your voice messenger on your phone to be able to put those dreams down and the things that come to you in your dream state, okay? Because you've got a lot of information coming to you in the next few months in particular. I'm going to say maybe 7-8 weeks in particular that you need to keep an eye on. And during that time, you're going to want to retreat a little bit from the world. That's okay. You should do what you need to do to be able to get you to that place. But you are coming full cycle, and all the work that you've done this year is going to pay dividends for you next year, okay? Nice work, Mikhail. Very cool work. I am so not going to get even close to doing everyone tonight. I'm going to have to do it again over the weekend. How about we do it on my channel over on Sunday or something, okay? If you haven't seen it, it's Insight by Johnita Francis, The Warrior. I'm also on Facebook. Pop over there and we'll do some more. But I am going to run out of time here. Okay. Lee Wild, any guidance for 2020? I did a little bit of a guidance for society as a whole. Okay. There's more stability in your life in a few different ways, and you're going to have mastery. The Empress and the Emperor came out at the same time, and so did abundance, okay? They really like this. So some of the things that are happening in your life for the last 2 years, they're saying, are going to really take a nice swing for the next year and a bit, okay? So this is for Lee Wild, and this is about you mastering yin and yang, so mastering masculine and feminine, and working out where you can be vulnerable and when it's safe to be vulnerable, and organizing your audience for those sorts of things. Your love life is going to change as well. So if you're not in a relationship already, you can look forward to a nice, stable, comfortable, beautiful relationship. If you are in a relationship at the moment and you think that it can't get any better, it's going to. And if you're in a relationship and he drives you freaking bonkers, he's going to have an epiphany moment and knock his shit off, and things are just going to start to fall into line for you. I know I have such a way with words. You wouldn't believe I have a diploma in counselling, would you? Rightio. So there are successes coming in for you, okay? So keep going with your positive mindset that you do. I know that you fall backwards, you sweetheart. Everyone falls backwards. I practice this for a freaking living, and I fall backwards, okay? The change is on its way for you. And that's that yin-yang. There it is again. It's the yin-yang energies, the Emperor and the Empress. Okay, balancing that masculine with the feminine, and that's exactly what this is all about. Nice work. Nice work. That's Saturn. So Saturn's about, what's that down there, Capricorn? So there's work to be done, but Saturn is a planet of transformation, okay? So it's a structure, the structure planet. So when we do that, we know that there's work to be done, but in order for the work to be done, we're going to have to understand that some structures need to be broken down. And when that happens, that's when change comes about. Even seeds know they need to crack open before they can grow, okay? So don't get too concerned about that sort of crap, because that's just crap really in the scheme of things, because the benefit of what you'll get on the other side far outweighs any cracking through of the seed that you need to do. All right, cool work, nice work. All right, one more, guys, and that's it. Mina Maria, why am I being pulled to that name? Okay, Mina Maria's got a son. Rightio. Let's have a little look. Okay. Let's have a look at Mina Marina. John Williams, excellent. He's giving me a little bit of feedback there. Yeah. I remember your energy, John, because we're surrounded by mostly women. I love reading for men. I absolutely love the energy. Just nice. Okay, Mina Marina. Okay, Mina, things are going to... There's been a big rift. Okay, there's been a separation of people, emotions. There's anger, there's bitterness, there's lots of emotions around whatever it is that's going on in your life. You mentioned your son back in somewhere. I saw you mention your son. I can't scroll back. Miss my son so much. Mina, I need a little bit more information. Yeah, there we go. Now I've got the information I needed. Thank you. It's just... It's still very raw for you too. You've mentioned 2 months, but it's just... It's really hard to swallow. Okay, so the feeling that I'm getting in my throat is like reflux. Is that burning feeling in your throat that you get when it's just things are hard to swallow, and there's so much going on for you, a lot going on for you. Mina, can you send me a private message, please, and I will chat with you offline, because I think yours is a bit of a different case, and from what I'm gathering, it's not something that we should talk about in a open forum. Okay, my love. So if you can send me a PM, and we'll have a chat. I've got a reading to do after this, but we will have a chat as soon as I have some free time tomorrow, if that is okay with you. So send me a PM to my thing. I will remember your energy, okay? You don't need to remind me who you are. I will remember you. And there's just some other stuff going on that we need to consider as well. The heart is beating out of my chest. Try not to worry, it's not bad, okay? But it's these sorts of situations, when they're quite sensitive and they're very, very new as well, I'm very cautious with making sure that you're being supported in the way that you need to be supported while this information comes through. Does that make sense? Yep, you got it. Okay, sweetheart. All right, and we'll do that. We'll have a chat offline, okay? All right, Mina. You'll be right, darling. We'll get there. Okay. Right, that's me done for a Astroscope flash readings. I had an absolute blast. Thank you very, very much for everyone coming along. There's lots going on. So yeah, lots going on. I love it when Spirit just does this to me. I just knew that I wasn't going to do the traditional astroscope tonight, so I did the quick reading right at the beginning. If you missed it, please go back to the beginning of the show and have a good look. The video will be on replay in the spiritual events directory, and I will also share it across to my own page, Insights by Johnita Francis. You'll see a picture of me there with my hair down, so I look a little bit different. But if you want to join me over there, and you will be notified of when I do my live shows and where I am, and I'm all over the place, all over the world, so you'll catch me in lots of different places at different times. If you want to book a private reading with me, they start off at 15 minutes and they go right through to an hour. Pretty flexible with the time that you need. When you book your appointment with me, sometimes people think that they need an hour, and I would tell you the truth, exactly how long you actually need. Sometimes it's only half an hour. Sometimes I can get right into the root of the situation for you really quickly, and it's just a 15-minute read, and you can always add extra on if you need to. Generally, I'm spot on when it comes to this sort of stuff, because I can tap in, as you've just witnessed, really quickly to a whole bunch of people. I'm not limited with who I can tap into and who I can't. My spirit team is amazing like that. So it is obviously a business for me, but it's also a business of making sure that the right people are supported, and that when you come for a reading, that I support you in every way possible. And that starts with being able to provide you with the clarity and the answers that you need, and then we can build from that. So I do also metaphysical mentoring and workshops as well. I have a whole bunch of workshops that I've written, and I do through video, which you can purchase, or if you just need a little handle on the line, then please do that as well. So Once again, thank you very much for your time tonight. You will see me on the Warrior Chronicles, which is a crazy show. We talk about all sorts of things on there. On Thursday nights in the Spiritual Events Directory, you will also catch me here doing astroscopes on a Friday night, which is generally astrology. But sometimes Spirit says, we're not doing that, we're doing something else. And I just do what I'm told because I love them. I love playing with them. It's so much fun. And then, of course, I get to interact with all of you beautiful people as well. So it's a joy of my life. And I'm very, very grateful that I get to do this as my actual job. So thank you once again. And I wish you all the best for the coming week. And if you do want to book with me, my website's down the bottom. And you can always watch the replay as well. Thank you very much for your time. Take care of yourselves. See you later.